We then go to Update with Gene Okerlund.
I love this.
This is something we need. They've done this like in the Cruiserweight Classic had this.
Yeah.
The command center, whatever they called it. Gene it's not a studio. It's like the production truck. There's monitors everywhere.
Yeah.
So he's ready to monitor wrestling news from all over the world.
So for those that don't remember, the WrestleMania 8 match between Macho Man and Randy Savage and Ric Flair was all built around pictures that Ric Flair produced of himself and Elizabeth to prove that he had been with Liz before Randy. So they do the match. The match is fucking great.
If you're a Randy Savage fan and you've never seen this, the finish of that match is like the best moment of his career. He comes out standing tall. He fights off his opponent and his manager. He saves his woman. He's got the belt. There's no one else in the ring stealing his shadow. He's just celebrating. It's like this is the best Randy Savage there's ever been.
So they wrapped up the feud. And so now Gene gets to alert us that in the new WWE magazine, with Elizabeth on the cover, there are a series of photos that are remarkably similar, he says, to the photos that Ric Flair provided. But in all of those photos, there's no Ric Flair. There's the Macho Man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's 1992. There's no such thing as Photoshop. So they cannot say that these photos were Photoshopped. Instead, they had a word. Do you remember what it was?
Oh, I wrote it down. As they show the picture at the top. Now, the thing is, Photoshop existed, but it was just a verb that photo editors used. So no one knew that. So the photo at the top is Liz and Randy having dinner. And the photo at the bottom, it's Liz and Flair having dinner. And they can't say Photoshopped. So what they show in all capital letters, process of texting.
God damn, Photoshop has been around since 1990.
The actual program?
Jesus Christ, so it did exist.
Yeah. Well, the term Photoshop goes back, forever, as long as there's been photos. But yes, texting, SCITEXING. That's the technology Ric Flair and Mr. Perfect use to doctor these photos.
I thought they wrote sexting. Like, is there more to these pictures than I am aware of
here? It
looks
very close.
Was there a time machine?
So, once the truth is pulled, Gene cannot hide his disgust. What's with this guy, Ric Flair, he asks. The unmitigated gall to walk up to Liz and kiss her right on the lips.
Dude, if you watch the match, he's fucking covered in blood.
Yeah.
And he goes up and he kisses her. I'd have fucking slapped his ass all over the place like she did too.
After the match, he's covered in blood. He kisses Liz. She slaps the hell out of him. Savage kills him. There's chaos going everywhere. And then they go back to Gene, and I wrote down his entire speech.
Hold on. I got to point something out before you read this speech, okay?
Okay.
WWE today, I'm not going to waste my time on this Sasha Banks deal, but I've done 2 polls over the last 2 weeks. Is she a babyface or a heel? Okay. Week 1 was 51-49.
Okay.
Week 2 was like 53-47. Nobody has any fucking idea what she's supposed to be.
Okay.
And then I got like 90 comments of people explaining, Bryan, it's so obvious. I'm like, motherfucker, if it was obvious, it wouldn't be 51-49, okay? Not only back in the day was there for sure a babyface and a heel in every feud. Mm-hmm. The fucking announcers, Gene Okerlund, Sean Mooney, they tell you what you are supposed to be thinking.
What kind of blithering moron would not know Ric Flair was the heel here?
Tell me what Gene says.
Whew. Mr. Flair, I hope you keep all this in mind, because you have another appointment with the World Wrestling Federation champion, Randy Savage. He's amazing.
I wouldn't want to be in your boots, he adds.
He did say that in there, too.
This segment was incredible.